Skills Becker, what did you think about this moment?
First and foremost, I want to preface this by saying I appreciate Kendrick Lamar. I appreciate his message. I appreciate what he's done as an MC and the fact that he used that opportunity to really say something. But I also want to stress the importance that you can do both, yo, and you should do both. You should be able to, like you said earlier, educate and entertain. I thought that it didn't have a lot of energy in the actual performance, but as performers, we know that it's like he was moving around quite a bit. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that played a part. I thought that the message was very strong, but I thought that it also it just wasn't very entertaining to me. And I agree, like even though his former label would have got most of um I guess the performance rights revenue, I think that he still shouldn't have robbed the viewers of seeing a better performance, in my opinion. I think that, and I get that he dropped a new album, so he wanted to do that. I think it was too much teasing of doing They Not Like Us. Like he clearly had to do it. That was the song of the year. Like, and I'm glad that he did it. You feel me? But I just think that like the game itself was already um lackluster. You feel me? Like it was a terrible Super Bowl. That was one of the worst Super Bowls I've seen as far as from the play. You feel me? So it was like the game is already boring. The Chiefs aren't doing anything. The Eagles are blowing them out. And then we get to the performance, and it's like we already know what songs he's gonna do. Like it was a nice touch that Samuel L. Jackson was involved, and then Serena and everything else. And like I appreciate the message, you feel me? But it's like, what if I paid to see Brand Nubian and they don't do punch him up to get beat down? Like, you feel me? Like it's crazy, yo. He could have did Money Trees. I wouldn't have did All Right twice. He already did All Right the first time he performed. You feel me? But he has a lot of hits. Like I think it would have been great if he would have had like a Black Hippie reunion. If he would have invited Absol and Schoolboy and them, and
Yeah,
been
I
like,
mean, he
all right,
did that at the Pop Out and Show Niggas joint though.
no, I feel you, but this is a way bigger platform. You feel me? And that's dope. Like he had them, but did they perform as Black Hippie?
Did
Did
it
they
Yeah,
add?
do a song all together,
Did it
or
yeah,
add
did
they
he
to it?
did
let
whole
them come up one
sets.
by one?
Did it add to it that
No,
SZA
did they
had
do
chunky?
a?
Did it add to it that SZA had chunky booty cheeks? No.
Oh man,
Definitely.
man, let me tell you.
BBL Drizzy.
I
Not
have
to
a quick
Yo,
mention
question. I have a
Serena, you
quick
know what I mean?
question
Like,
though.
whew.
Savon, go ahead.
I have a quick question. So, now I really enjoyed the performance, but do you think that it was too dense for the public at large, and it got lost in the message that he was trying to put
If
out?
it was, everybody and their grandmother did a breakdown on the internet the next day to explain everything. So,
I think it was for certain groups of people for sure.
yeah.
There
And
was
trust me,
certain there
again,
was
we
certainly
got it.
you
Caucasian folks
know,
that was like, what the fuck is what are
I mean,
these
the dumb,
niggers?
deaf,
You
and blind are always going to be left
know
behind.
what
So, I
I'm saying?
mean, sometimes
Does
it's
anybody
time.
disagree with Skills Becker? Rod, Savon?
I don't
Yeah, I mean,
disagree.
I don't. To me, I mean, I'm me. So if you're gonna get real intellectual in the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm gonna enjoy it. But I mean, I thought it still had its entertaining moments that, as much as it needed to. Because SZA, it was, I thought a lot of the energy and the party aspects of it was
I wasn't
that
expecting
energy.
Serena to show up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think a lot of that, a lot of the more entertaining energy that was needed was there, but it was carried by the overall production and the dancers. The dance
Yeah,
choreography was extraordinary. Like even like the way he moved around in unison with them, like had a certain high energy to it. Because you're on a giant football field, unless you're Michael Jackson, ain't but so much you're gonna do from a movement standpoint.
Let me ask you this: do you think that a hip hop artist show is conducive to really dominating a Super Bowl performance like that, as compared to like a Prince or Beyonce,
Certainly
Michael
not in
Jackson?
comparison, but if you're gonna do it, I think the way to do it is very similar to what he did. It's only one or two ways to do a Super Bowl performance as a halftime act. I mean, as a hip hop act. One, what he did was you bring so much else to the production with dancing, with choreography, with all of the other layers that was going on, or you do what Dre did and you have a big cipher and you bring out multiple people, that's that's going to get people excited. To do it mostly by yourself with just one other person on the mic with you, that's a big feat to pull off, and you kind of
That's
have to bring the
definitely.
full production to it with the dancing and the explosions and the cinematography and the theatrics. Like, you need those other elements for something that big. It's not like you're just doing a hip hop performance and you can be just you and the mic and the DJ. It's a different kind of platform.